Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. It's a rare battle on my channel showing Artie. This is Rimac from Fiddy Clan. He's in the M53, M55, which is the Tier 9 US self-propelled artillery. It's probably the best artillery in the game for its tier and does well in clan wars. This is obviously on the Murovanka map, and he's heading to the corner. So we'll just get into Remac's view. So it's very common for medium tanks and light tanks to come through the forest. He's taking up a position right in the corner of the map at K0. It gives you a bit of a hold down position because you can basically sit right on the water's edge and basically don't show much of your superstructure. Anyway, so there's a few enemy tanks been spotted in the middle there. It's got a Type 59 there and a T49. So you can see he's just aiming at the back of the tanks. That is an aiming point that gives you probably the best aim point in terms of where the shell will land, as it might hit the turret on its way through to that aim point, depending on the trajectory of your SPG. The M53, M55's got a reasonably mid arc. It's not a very flat trajectory like the Object 261, and it doesn't have a very high arc like the Congra CGC, but it's a good all-round thing. Now he's got the opportunity to hit two tanks at once, which he does. Always worthwhile trying to hit multiple targets at the same time with your artillery. It's just while he's reloading, he does move around a little bit, but now there's only one other artillery in the game, and they would be probably focusing more on the tanks rather than trying to do counter battery. But this is one thing to remember when you're in artillery, is to move while you're reloading, just so that the artillery on the other side doesn't take a shot at you. And also you can look for traces. If you probably just see when the tanks are firing, you see a quick line go across, and that's what they'll see coming out of a bush from your position if they're looking for the overhead view there. Anyway, it's racking up a little bit of damage here. He's got 1300 damage, and he's got quite a few wounded tanks. T40, T34-3 is a one shot if he lands a side shot on it. So it's just while he's reloading, he's just searching for the projectiles that were spotted in the middle. Just as his reload is coming up, he comes back and checks out his targets, and now he's focusing on the T34 and just waiting for the move in position. Just misses the side shot there, just went in front, I think. So you'll have to wait for another chance there. So the reload time on this is in the mid 20 seconds, 24 seconds, something like that. So you've plenty of time to get your aim in and wait for your aim circle to get as small as possible. And you can see his aim drifting there. He's probably holding down the key. Okay, now he's taken a blind shot there from the projectiles. And in fact, another one's just bounced off him, so very lucky there. The second shot hit him, he would be out of the game by now. But I'd say that's a blind shot because the tanks have fallen back to the back of the map there. And he hasn't seen the projectile, so he doesn't know where to aim for that. But there's STA1 there, he takes a blind shot there, and he saw the shot didn't explode. That indicates that it actually got a direct hit on that vehicle. If something goes dark while you're in overhead mode, there's a good chance your shot will miss because your aim point might move around a bit relative to where it is and you won't know. But if you do see your shot terminate without seeing an explosion, that means that you got a direct hit. Now he's found one of the Progetto 66s there. It's not quite loaded yet, and just aiming in. And again, trying to aim over the top of the tank. But that shot falls well short. So when you consider the aim circle, your shot has got a chance of landing on any edge of the aim circle, but it's sort of meant to land within 2 standard deviations from the centre most of the time, but that one looks like it yeah, went out to the edge. Anyway, that's one of the issues with SPGs, is you don't have great predictability, and particularly with the way the arc works, yeah, it can be quite a distance between where the shot lands and where your aim point was. So if you have a look at that Progetto 66 there, it gets a reasonable result there, but again, low probability shot given the angular slope that the Progetto was behind, but nonetheless, definitely worth taking the shot. So that team is 1 tank down. He's on a mission, but it's just to complete the SPG 15 mission with honours, so he's already got the mission in hand. We probably won't focus on that, but you can see the mission progression at the top there. And he's just trying to see if he gets another shot on this Progetto. 571 to have to get a pretty high roll there to knock him out. So again, just aiming over the top of the tank, and you can see that shot terminated directly. So it didn't get a kill, but you can see that it was a direct hit. So probably doing somewhere around 300 to 400 hit points of damage there. And then enemy artillery is taking out tanks. He's got 1 kill now, and Remac's just lining up this T28, but again, he's gone dark, and you won't know where he's gone. Potentially in this view, you can see fences being knocked down in overhead view if you're looking close to where a tank is, but that only gives you a slight clue as to what direction they're going in. So he's picking another target here, which is the tortoise. Gets a nice side shot on the 493, that's a good high roll there. Up to 2k of damage, the tortoise goes down, and he gets some damage after stun, which is a bit of assisted damage form for SPGs. That gives you a bit more experience there. And he's just waiting for that T28 to be spotted, it looks like, or to see a sign of it firing. So just keeping his cursor there, which means he keeps his aim in. So if it gets spotted again, he won't have to move his cursor far. So okay, he's put in a blind shot there, but you can see the explosion means might have done splash damage, but that T28 was on very low health, so unlikely it actually hit anything. Type 59 there in the middle. No, he's not reloaded in time to do anything about that tank. There's still 1 tank behind, and the enemy artillery is now up to 2 kills. So his team need to take some action there. Samoa SM is pushing up, which is good. He's got a 3-clip autoloader. Rimac gets a good hit in him, and that allows the Samoa to get the kill. But the Samoa's now getting threatened by this Lynx 6x6. It's taking a little bit of damage. Rimac's not loaded in time, but unfortunately he's been spotted and taken out by the enemy SU 130 PM. Anyway, T20 has popped up again just as Rimac's about reloaded. He's going to get the kill here. He's got a nice side shot. If he gets anywhere near it, he will kill it. It's only 8 hit points left, but definitely worth getting that gun out of the game. And he does. That brings the score level in terms of tank kills. 7 all, and it's up to 2,500 damage. But he needs lights if he can't get targets, and he's not really going to add much more to the game. So he really needs the team to give him spots. They've got an AMX 1390, which is pretty handy thing. As the SU 130 PM, is he going to get a hit on it? You can see his aim circle is really quite long. Yes, he does. In fact, he gets the kill. So that's quite handy there. That gives Rimac 2 kills now, and he's up to just over 3,000 damage. And the enemy artillery has just pipped him with another kill. And they've now got a slight advantage. Carnarvon's taken out Progetto 54, but he's got a Progetto 66 behind him. The Progetto takes out the Carnarvon. Can he line up that Progetto and get a kill? He's just backing slowly and keeping his cursor going over him. Yes, he does, gets the kill. So that keeps their advantage. 1 tank up, 3 kills to Rimac. That brings him up level in terms of kills for his team with the Samoa but the Samura is out of the game, so he can't contribute anymore. So they've got the RT on the other side, the STA-1 and the Lynx, and they desperately need to light the team so that Rimac can get a go at them. Now that we can't see the health of those other tanks. We've got the 2 tank destroyers and a light tank. There's the ST1, it's been spotted. So can we get another shot on him? Yeah, you can see he's 990 down, so it looks like he took about 400 hits from the last time Rimac spotted him. Only splash damage there, couldn't see any damage there, so very hard to tell. And that 1390, he could be on low health or he's clipping, but he's certainly running away and not giving any lights. 4 minutes to go in the game, so it's dragging a little bit, but I think we'll just speed it up a little bit, see what's going on. 1390 is going up around the corner. Now the Lynx has taken out the Wheezy. Can he get a shot on that Lynx? He's got a shot loaded, but no, he doesn't really know. He does let that shot go, but not going anywhere now. That Lynx is probably going to head for the K1 corner, which is a pretty common place for artillery to sit. So Rimac's heading for the opposite side of the map. Now the 1390's found the enemy artillery. Rimac is not loaded, so he can't take advantage of that. But the 1390 takes out the opposition artillery, so they're just down now to the STA-1 and the Lynx. Scorpion's moving up. They've spotted the STA-1 again. Rimac needs to get in position and stop moving so that he can get his aim working. Yep, that STA-1 hasn't changed in health from when he last fired it, so the splash didn't do anything. Gets a shot across. Gets a nice hit there, 384. And there's the Lynx. And looks like the 1390 did some damage, or the Scorpion did some damage actually, while the STA-1 was stunned, so the STA-1 is down now to a 1 shot. And the Scorpion is very much a 1 shot, so there's not a lot of hit points left in this game. I don't think any of the tanks have got more than a couple of hundred hit points. So still 1 tank up, 2.5 minutes to go. I can't see anything. Okay, Scorpion's been taken out, gets a shot in. Does he get the kill on the STA-1? Yes, he does. Now it's just the Lynx, and we can see that the 1390 is on very low health, also 157 hit points. Now he should be using his view range advantage, that 1390. Rather than coming into the forest here, he should be sitting right on the edge of it in a bush and using his view range to light that Lynx up and hope that either he gets a shot first or Rimac gets the shot in. He's really not playing to the strength of his tank here. The Lynx has got much less view range than the 1390. In fact, here's the Lynx already on top of the 1390 before he's had a chance to be spotted. Gets 1 shot in on the Lynx, but that's it. Now, Rimac's gun is not enough depression here, so he's got to get into another position. Move, can he get a shot in and kill him? Yes, he does. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Gets the kill in with his second last round. So that is victory for Rimac and his team. So here are the results. Quite a haul there for Rimac. He got the Gauze medal, which is only awarded when you do at least 10 times the hit points of your own vehicle in an SPG. The Stark's medal for killing 2 enemy tanks and also receiving at least 2 hits from the enemy, including bounces that caused more than 2/3 of the hit points of your vehicle to be lost. He got the high caliber award for doing just under 5,000 hit points of damage as well, and of course the Ace Tanker badge. 1284 base experience from that, well supported there by the 1390 and the Samoa SM, as well as the Carnarvon. In fact, the top part of the team did pretty well. The enemy side, the Type 59 and that Lynx at the end did well, and the Progetto squad from Mihi did a reasonable amount of hit point damage as well. They were dominant for most of the match on the other side, so they managed to pull it back, which is to the credit of his team as well as Rimac. Anyway, 19 shots fired. Doesn't really matter how many hit because you do get splash damage from Artie, so accuracy is not so important. He did manage to make some credits in the end. Anyway, a good result there for Rimac, and any comments below.